Welcome to Bob Riding's Indicator. We are this year's proud sponsor of the Herald and Review Preps. To all the players, coaches, and fans out there, we wish you a very successful season. Remember, for all your automotive needs, come see us at Bob Riding's Indicator across from Caterpillar.
Conn from the Decatur Herald and Review here at Tuscola tonight, where in a matchup of Class 1A number 1 Tuscola and Class 2A number 1 Maroa-Forsyth, it was no contest. Maroa blew out Tuscola 34-0. The story was really Maroa's defense, and it's going to sound maybe like I'm blowing it a little bit out of proportion here, but that might have been the best defensive performance I've ever seen from a high school team from Maroa tonight. I mean, Tuscola is a good offensive team. We've seen some of the numbers they put up this year. Saw them against St. Teresa have a pretty good offensive game in the second half against the Bulldogs. But man, Maroa's front seven. Jante Newbern, the defensive end, Aaron Ford, the defensive tackle, Tim Younger at linebacker. I mean, it was just unbelievable. They gave Tuscola nothing. Philip Meyer for Tuscola had negative 24 yards rushing. That's just unbelievable. He didn't complete a pass till real late in the first half. He had a couple interceptions. Tuscola also had a fumble that Maroa was able to cash in. I think the scary thing tonight is Maroa didn't really play great offensively. Logan Stelsrady had some receivers, Jack Hockaday, and in particular Drew Asherman, wide open going on deep routes all night, and Logan wasn't hitting them. I mean, obviously, Stelsrady's one of the best quarterbacks in the area. He doesn't give his best night throwing the ball. Had a really good night rushing the ball. He ended up having 88 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground. Looked real good with the read option, especially early. But didn't throw the ball well. Played some good defense in the defensive backfield as well. But then Maroa still wins going away with Stels not having his best night. Stelsrady did hit Asherman on one of those plays going down the sideline. Let's see here. He had a 48-yarder in the first half that set up Maroa's second touchdown. And then Maroa had a really sweet trick play late in the game. I believe it was either early in the fourth or late in the third quarter. Stelsrady flipped it over to the freshman Jack Hockaday, who, of course, has some quarterback in his family. And he found Stelsrady for about a 30-yard gain on a fourth down play, and that set up Maroa's final touchdown, which I believe was on a Tim Younger second touchdown run. Younger had a great night both on offense and defense. He continues to have just a spectacular season. Really not much to talk about positive for Tuscola. I thought defensively they did okay. They kind of shut down Maroa's run after some early success. And Maroa didn't have a great night offensively. They set themselves up defensively with some short fields and were able to score in some short fields. So that was about the only positive for Tuscola tonight. I think they just need to kind of look past this game, know they're a great team, know they can still make some noise in Class 1A, and I think that won't be a problem. That's a team that sort of knows the lay of the land a little bit. And 2A, I think teams are going to really have to stand up and take notice of Maroa's defensive effort tonight. Again, the final score, 34-0 Maroa over Tuscola. Make sure you check back to hrpreps.com for all your coverage.
Well, they're front seven. We had heard a lot about them, and they look good on film, and they look better in person. We had some different protections that we tried, but it was for naught, and we could not get anything going. And then, in order for us to get something going, we were probably going to have to run Phillip to death, and I didn't really know if that was worth it at this stage.
It was all outside contained, and then our whole D-line just did most of the work, and then our linebackers, they took care of most of anything that was outside or anything. So, I think we just took care of it with our linebackers most of the time too.
Credit goes to our defensive line. They put pressure on our quarterback, made him do some things he didn't want to, made throws he didn't want to. Our defensive backs get no credit right now, and they're pretty athletic. Those are my skill kids that are back there, and a couple big picks. Blake Davis had a huge pick today, so couldn't be prouder of our group.